In college algebra, we started partial fractions. This is the kind of process where you take a simplified fraction and you break it apart into multiple fractions. So to show you what we're going to do, let's simplify what I have at the top of the page. So if I want to combine those two fractions, I need a common denominator. And in this case, it is x minus 4. That's a funny looking 4. X plus 2. So to get that common denominator, I need to multiply the right fraction by x minus 4, x minus 4, and the left fraction by x plus 2, x plus 2. So when I do that, I get something that looks like this all over that common denominator. So I need to distribute. You don't have to distribute the bottom. The main idea is combining the fractions and simplifying up top. So we end up with that numerator over that denominator, which looks really familiar to what's typed below. So what we're about to learn how to do is how to go with this in reverse to create that. So we have some steps we need to learn to do that. I don't know why, but I typed them below number 1. We need to list, this is step number 1, list factors of the denominator. And those are, for number 1, x minus 4 and x plus 2. Next, we need to write an equation based on those factors using A, B, and C for the numerators. So that means this equation equals 2 fractions because there's 2 factors. And I don't know what's in that numerator, and I don't know what is in that numerator. In the third step, I need to multiply by the common denominator. Multiply entire equation by the common denominator. So the common denominator is x minus 4, x plus 2. And when I multiply that whole equation by it, a lot of stuff cancels out, including the fractions. So if you need to see the specific steps, you can skip this step if you want. You need to write x minus 4, x plus 2 next to every single term. So here's term number 1. Term number 2. By the way, you don't have to write this step if you can do this step in your head. And then cross things out that happen more than once, or on the side and on the bottom. So on the left side, it cancels out really nicely, and all you have left is the numerator. On that second term, the x minus 4's cancel, and on the last term, the x plus 2's. So we end up with x plus 14 equals a x plus 2 plus b x minus 4. And what you need to do now is create a system based on like terms. I think the bell's about to ring. So to do that, I need to see what the like terms are. I need to distribute and I'm going to make a unique symbol for each like term. So I have my x's, and I have my terms without x's. So that means I have 2 equations. I can't write the x's, so you might add that down here. Don't write x's. You're just going to write the numbers in front of the x's. The x's are like references. So there's really a 1 in front of that x. So I know 1 equals a plus b. I also know 14 equals 2a minus 4b. And then I just solve the system. So last step, solve the system, and you're done. So let's make a cancel out. I'm going to multiply by -2. And I get -2 equals -2a minus 2b. I'm going to copy this one as is. And when I combine them, the a's cancel out. And I see that b equals -2. When I plug -2 in for b, I get 3 for a. So final answer is 3 over x minus 4 minus 2 over x plus 2. I hope that made sense. We're going to do one more on here. So starting from scratch, I see my factors are x, x minus 3, and x minus 3 squared. So when I write my equation, I'm going to have 3 fractions. In terms of factors, and having 3 factors here, I think it's a hard concept to memorize. So think about whatever you can multiply by to get that denominator. And that's why this is a standalone factor right there. All right. So step number 2, write equation. And we almost have it. So So we need to throw an A up top, a B, and a C. And then we multiply the whole thing by x minus 3 squared. So when I do that, a lot cancels out. And that's what we have left when we multiply every term by that common denominator. Simplify a little bit. A little bit more. And I see three types of terms. I see an x squared term, I see an x term, and then a term without x's. So I have that, I have that. I'm missing the x squared on the left, so I'm going to write 0. And I can write three equations. I know that 0 equals a plus b. I know that 1, because there's a 1 right there, right, equals negative 6. Oops, I forgot the a's on those. I went way too fast. These have a's on them. Here, let me clean that up. All right, sorry about that. That might have been confusing. So I know that 1 equals negative 6a. Minus 3b. And lastly, I know that negative 18 equals 9a. And that's it. Oh, and I forgot, man, I'm full of mistakes. I forgot the C term. So we have a C right there. So one more time, we have all the underlined things, we have all the boxed things, and we have the circled things. And then you solve that system. Look at the third equation. We can just divide by 9, and we know exactly what A is. Negative 2. Then I can plug negative 2 into the first equation and get B pretty quickly. Then I can plug A and B into the second equation and get C. All right, final answer, negative 2 over x plus 2 over x minus 3 minus 5 over x minus 3 squared. Hope that made sense. See y'all later. Bye.